This is Savage, WMMA fan, back with another video. Rose Namajunas, a Savage analysis. Rose defeated Joanna Jędrzejczyk at UFC 217 to upset the long-standing strawweight champion. She completely beat the Jędrzejczyk out of Joanna. She would go on to retain her title in her first defense and a rematch against Bojangachek. Unfortunately, she would lose her title in dramatic fashion when she was slammed on her head and neck by challenger Jessica Andrade. She would go on to avenge that loss against Andrade in a victory split decision at UFC 251. This set up an opportunity after long back and forth negotiations for a title shot on April 24th, 2021 against the current reigning strawweight champion, Weili Zhang. Recently, Namajunas did an interview with a foreign media outlet where she mentioned her motivations for wanting to fight Weili.
You know, the animosity and things like that, those can be very motivating factors in short moments. But in actuality, going into the fight, there was certain rivalries and things like that, but I always kept myself in control. I never really hated the person. I don't hate Weili or anything like that. There's nothing, but I do feel as though I have a lot to fight for in this fight and what she represents. And I was just kind of reminding myself of all my background and everywhere that I come from and my family and everything like that. And we watched and I kind of wanted to educate my training partner Chico Camus on the Lithuanian struggle and like just the history of it all. And so we watched the other Dream Team just to kind of get like a overall sentiment of what we fight for. And so just after watching that, it was just a huge reminder of like, yeah, it's better dead than red, And I think I don't think it's any coincidence that Weili is red. She's that's what she represents. It's nothing personal against her, but that's a huge motivating factor of why I fight, and I fight for freedom. And I've got the Christ consciousness. I got Lithuanian blood, and I've got the American dream, and all of those things I'm taking with me into this fight.
So, after Rose makes these statements, of course, many people were confused because this had absolutely nothing to do with the fight. And she essentially made political assumptions about Weili Zhang. And this brought a lot of backlash that Thug Rose Namajunas. Some people accused her of being racist, racist against Asians, an anti-communist, which she may in fact not be a fan of communism, but it just really bothered a lot of people, and the media ate this up. Now, Rose has always been honest and open about her mental health issues with her fans. So, while that's something that's appreciated, she never made such controversial statements until now. And even if you look at some of her old interviews, you could always see there was some type of internal struggles going on with Rose. On April 14th, 2021, Namajunas had an interview with ESPN's Ariel Helwani where she tried to clarify her statements about Weili, but she seemed to double down on her position and left people even more confused than before. In one instance, she was emphasizing the importance for people to go check out the documentary she referred, but she never named. And another moment, she spoke about how this was just another fight, but would suddenly point out how Weili was the physical manifestation of her internal demons. When Ariel asked her if she wanted to apologize for her statements, about better read than dead. Rose blurts out, no, I mean, yes, in this strange verbal dance of incoherence. Where I stand on this issue, I feel that Rose isn't a Nazi, or as some YouTubers would say, a diet Nazi, though I don't endorse her statements. I haven't reached a point in my mind where she's become unredeemable, or she cannot be corrected. Hopefully Rose shuts the fuck up on politics, religion, and cultural pride long enough for this fight to actually happen. Rose talks about freedom, but fails to see the world beyond her people's oppression and struggles. Final thoughts. So, I know it was a little late to the party on this one. I still wanted to share my thoughts on this situation. And my pick hasn't changed. 55-45 Namajunas. This is Savage WMMA fan, and I'm out.